Hello everyone! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are back with another exciting video. This video will talk about Superman from the DC Universe and Thor and Captain Marvel from the Marvel Universe. What powers they yield? Who will win if there's a fight between Superman and Thor or Captain Marvel versus Superman? Also, if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button and feel free to ask us anything in the comments section below. If you want to keep getting such updates and news, also click on the bell icon. This way, you will never miss an update from us and get a chance to be the first viewer. Let's start the video and explore the cosmic universe. So starting with the background story of Superman. Superman is a superhero character that originates from the DC Comics. Superman was born on the planet Krypton and his parents gave him the name Kal-El, but due to Krypton being on the verge of destruction, his parents decided to send him to Earth to keep him safe. His spaceship landed on Earth near the fictional town of Smallville in the American countryside. He was found by an American family who resided near where he landed. He was adopted by a family of farmers, Jonathan and Martha Kent, and they named their adopted baby Clark Kent. As Clark grew up, he developed superheroes that occurred to him as very unusual, being surrounded by ordinary humans who do not possess any such powers. His parents advised him to use his special abilities for a good cause and to help people. To keep his identity low, he changes into his superhero clothes while he is fighting crimes. In addition to assisting in the pursuit of justice with the extraterrestrial powers that he yields and is unaware about how he gained it, he also works as a journalist for the Daily Planet. Superman also has a love interest who also happens to be his fellow journalist working in Daily Planet, Lois Lane. Superman also wears a cape around his neck, has a superhero name and also has cosmic powers just like any other superhero. We have seen various superheroes over the years who are similar to this, but Superman has diverged to be the first popular superhero through the DC Comics. It was the creation of Superman that gave birth to the superhero genre, and traditions were created as a result. In American comic books until the 1980s, he was the best-selling superhero character. According to the original comics, Clark Kent lived a normal life. He is shown as a tough guy with an aggressive and rough nature. He used terror and violence against the wrongdoers and often resorted to the extermination of the criminals as well. But over the years as the comics developed, his character was portrayed as a calm person to reduce his aggressiveness and represent a sense of humanity, a responsible and patient man. This can also be witnessed in the DC comic-based movies of Superman produced by Warner Bros. Studio. However, his powers are clearly shown as something undefeated by any earthly factors. He strikes as the most powerful hero in the DC universe. Some instances from the DC comic-based movies also suggest the same, like when Batman in Justice League says that Superman possesses powers that cannot be defeated even by all the forces combined from the Earth. The strength of Superman's powers is mainly obtained by the Krypton planet's power. He was the first kind of species on his planet who was born naturally. This factor also adds up to special abilities. However, for Kryptonians, these powers are common because Kryptonians are born with such powers which have been advanced over the years. Superman not only possesses the power from Krypton, but also he can activate his certain superhuman powers from Earth's light source, the Sun. His powers evolve as the gravitational force of Krypton keeps increasing. So let's just say that his powers are beyond the earthly powers and he can survive long enough until the Krypton planet survives. We can also see Jor-El, Superman's biological father, saying that sending him to Earth would be the right thing to do as there is no such force that exists on Earth which can kill him. He is also seen as destroying stars and shifting the planets. However, every superhero comes with their weaknesses, Superman also being one of that kind. Exposure to green kryptonite radiation disables Superman's powers and renders him unable to function due to pain and nausea. Sustained exposure will kill him. There is one drawback that this character faced when it was adapted in the cinema. DC movies have failed to connect to the audience on a personal level as Superman has been portrayed as a very powerful and strong superhero without having much weakness. Indeed, his powers have weaknesses, but what failed to reach their audience was the character's relatability. On the other hand, another series of superhero stories were introduced in the cinema, which is also based on the American superhero comics of the Marvel franchise. Marvel movies paved their way to their audience and set their mark in the superhero films genre with the release of Iron Man in the year 2008. The introduction of the Marvel comic-based movies reached the audience in the right way as they rolled out the establishment of the Marvel comic characters in a way that DC might have failed to show after its Batman trilogy. The Marvel movies rolled out by releasing each character's backstory, their life challenges, emotional challenges, all these leading them to become a superhero. One such character was Thor from the Marvel Universe, who is the god of thunder from Asgard, which is one of the 9 realms in the universe according to the fictional tale. Thor Odinson is the son of All-Father, also known as Odin, who is the king of Asgard and the ruler of all the 9 realms. The character of Thor is shown as a very proud character, who has been living up to the day when he will earn the throne of his father on his retirement. He also has a brother Loki born in one of the 9 realms, who was adopted by All-Father on one of his journeys of conquering the 9 realms to bring it under his control. The first movie shows Thor's overconfident nature and his desperate desire to earn the throne, striving hard for it since his childhood so that he can gain the trust of his father to rule their kingdom. Striving hard for it since his childhood so that he can gain the trust of his father to rule their kingdom. Marvel released 3 movies of Thor portraying his character arc right from his childhood to all the struggles he had over the years. The movies show that Thor has had a lot of personal loss right from losing his mother, being betrayed by his brother repeatedly, being banished by his father to Earth because of this very proud and selfish nature. He also witnesses his father's loss because of Ragnarok, and he also witnessed a shocking revelation of his sister who he didn't know existed before Ragnarok. He is also enlightened about the dark past of his father, who he looked upon as a great warrior and an ideal king. The events of Ragnarok is what swept him off his feet because it intimated his incompetency and his incapabilities. The character arc of this portrays that he has lost important people in his life, thus leading him to take vengeance and revenge through his anger. This also makes him realize that he is way beyond his reliance on the hammer he yields and makes him more powerful through his emotions. Now coming to another overly powerful yet very impactful character from Marvel, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel comes before the happenings of the events of the Endgame. Her backstory shows that she was just like any other human who faced a lot of backlashes on desiring to achieve her dreams, and she was put down by many people, but yet she fought through it all and achieved her dream of being a pilot. But in one accident that occurred during one of her flights, she accidentally gained some superhuman powers, making her a superhero, and her memory was erased. She accidentally gained some superhuman powers, making her a superhero, and her memory was erased and she was captured by another plant species, who trained her to get her superpowers under her control. Although her screen time is less in the movie, she has struck the audience as a very powerful character as she helped various planets in the universe from multiple threats. Now coming to the part, are these town superheroes capable of defeating Superman? Thor, Captain Marvel, and Superman possess cosmic powers. So the debate would be, who could win the fight if there would be a crossover of these 2 universes? The answer to this question would lie when it happens. But when seen from a theoretical view, many theories suggest that there is a huge possibility that Superman may defeat them as he has always tapped his strength and built it since his realization of his abilities. On the other hand, both Thor and Captain Marvel are yet to discover their full abilities and explore them. Until then, I hope for a crossover to take place between all these characters. Hope you liked the video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification for more such updates.